A client turned friend bought me some new cards, and I've just been shuffling through them and did myself a little bit of a reading. Wasn't planning on doing any more readings tonight. However, as I was just shuffling and looking through them, a bunch of them just started coming out, falling to the ground, and I was told to leave them there and then do a reading with them. So I'm going to do so. There's a lot of pretty dark energy in this message. There is a lot of warnings coming through with this, and the first warning is what most of us already know, is that there is a race of aliens that are here on the earth at this time that are all about money, all about finances, all about greed, all about getting to the top and taking a lot of prisoners and having slaves along the way. Now, you all know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I talk about, then this reading isn't going to resonate with you. So there is definitely this plan, or there already has been a plan to try to stop some sort of intergalactic travel. They're trying to stop beings from traveling here and protecting our planet, okay? There's a lot of things that are going on with nuclear experiments, things that have to do with wars and things of that sort, that are keeping these other beings that are of love and light, not about greed, or ones that have already ascended and awakened to be more of peaceful beings, okay? And what is happening is these beings that are here at this time, some of these negative beings that are all about greed, are trying to stop these beings from coming in. And I do feel what there is about to happen, or is in the process of happening, or what we're being warned about right now, is something that's about to happen in the ocean, okay? I am feeling strongly in multiple parts of the ocean, not just one. And I'm feeling this is coming from our governments, okay? And I'm saying ours because I'm not just talking about the United States. I'm talking about multiple governments where they could have some sort of hand in this matter. There could be multiple areas in which we are going to feel threatened, is what I am hearing. It may seem like a staged accident or accidents, and they're referring me back to like when all these trains have been crashing, and they have like these bad chemicals and fluids on them that could hurt us, and so on and so forth. Now they're talking like something comparable to that. It is definitely going to be something that hurts our water supply. This is a message that's actually starting to make me kind of tear up, and it's kind of making me feel very emotional. I don't know exactly why I'm feeling that way. However, it's going to affect our water supply. It's going to affect our food, our drinks, all of that stuff, because our water supply is our main way of getting our food. So has a big to do with our food, I should say. Anyhow, what Spirit is trying to show us is that there is multiple ways in which this particular bloodline, and I'm going to say family because this is a family that looks human, however, is not human. Multiple families is what I am hearing, that are what we would call the elite, the rich, maybe even the famous, but anyhow, they are planning more things against us. This is not just talking about like COVID and, different strands of COVID. This is talking about things getting really bad, especially when it comes to the water supply. I am not one of those people that likes to spread any kind of like fear-mongering type of stuff. However, this was a very strong message coming in from Spirit that I needed to put this message out there. Many of you who are already on my channel probably already know these things. 411 are probably already receiving messages yourself, or maybe there's things that are going on in the media or the news that some of you may be seeing or catching that I'm not, because I don't watch the news or read the newspapers or anything like that. However, Spirit was saying, this is something that needs to be heard. And I want to see what else goes along with this. 432, guys. You can look that up on Sacred Scribes. Real quick, this reading is just for entertainment purposes only. So if yeah, it's for entertainment purposes only. Sorry, I got distracted by the 3 cards that came out. So we are shifting into a different timeline. We are moving away from something that is very harmful, hurtful, um, non-peaceful, all of those things that are like what we consider not good, we are now moving away from. Now, I do feel like this is going to be a very long process of getting rid of the things that are holding us back, our consciousness back, the things that are holding us from the good and the peace and the, um, not having to, I don't know how to get this out, but it's almost like they're showing me getting away from being a slave to make money for others. There's definitely big changes happening in this. I do feel like it's going to take a long time for all of this change to happen. However, Spirit is saying we're on our way. There is some changes that are definitely happening, and it's us that is the change. That is the change. There is going to be multiple, what am I trying to say? Multiple people arrested for wrongdoings, for crimes that they are committing, for treason, for blackmail. These are government officials. These are Hollywood elites. These are elites in general, but there is definitely a lot of people that are not on our side and doing what they can do to distract us, keep us from the truth, or what have you. Many of the ways that they're doing this is through illnesses, through viruses and flus that they are making, so on and so forth. I was told to get the other part of the deck. This deck is a really big deck, so I had it split up into two. And, however, when all of these first cards fell out, it was when I had them all together. Yeah, there's definitely also a change that's happening with law enforcement, 7-Eleven. This is a change where you're going to see more of a change when it comes to the positive aspect of things. And, first and foremost, we've been seeing the negative, raw end of things, people getting killed by police and so on and so forth. However, what I feel is a lot of this bad people, bad whatever, it's all coming out in the wash, okay? People are starting to tell on others. They're starting to share truth, whatever it may be, to quit having to deal with the bullshit that's coming from our government, our law enforcement, the higher ups, the elites, whatever it may be. So people are doing what they need to do to get these people out of control. And there's definitely some changes that are happening. This is also one of those changes that I feel like is going to take a little bit of time. However, we're on our way for these changes. There was a message of partnering up with others, and I don't know exactly what this is referring to, but I feel like it's to get some sort of job done. But I feel like this job is meaning like raising frequency, raising vibration, raising the vibration of the planet. So this may even be working in groups and not just with a partner, but working in groups. Yeah, doing rituals, things like bringing light into different areas, praying for our planet, praying for our government officials. Maybe even some of you, you might consider doing spell work. I'm not a spell caster. I don't work with spells. It's not something that I do. So I couldn't tell you anything about this, but for some of you, maybe there's some sort of spells that you need to cast at this time. But anyhow, there's definitely a sense of giving the good that you have, the know-how, the wisdom, the knowledge and all of that. And it's gonna start showing to return to you from things on the outside, looking better. Food chains are breaking down and going away. Government officials are being caught for the treasonous crimes that they're doing, and so on and so forth. The sex trade is going down. The kids being kidnapped and taken away is also something that is on the wraps. Anyhow, there is change.